Our first presentation.
Thanks, Eddie. All right. Imagine this. You guys are sitting in this room. You own British Petroleum in your portfolio. There's an oil spill in the ocean, right? The stock is down 5%. What happens? All the big traders, everyone squared off the positions. But what about you? What about me? What about retail investors? We don't have the same level of access to financial news. And we're going to change that. I'm Ruzbeh Bacha, founder and CEO of CityFALCON, and we are democratizing access to financial news. A typical stock graph, hopefully. Institutions buying at the bottom, while retail investors buying at the top. We want to change that. We want to create a level playing field for all investors. You can compare returns then. Financial news. Why is it so expensive? Like we're in the 21st century. Institutional focus. You know, the big funds, the big banks, everyone wants an edge in investing. And that's where a lot of money and a lot of focus goes. But there are a lot of untapped, unserved segments in this market. Complicated. Sometimes you have to do a university course to understand how to use some of the platforms. And we want to change that. Twitter. Elon Musk tweets, "We're launching a product, it's not a car." The stock rallies 4%, 1 billion in market cap. We have similar situations with Carl Icahn and the Apple stock moving. Interestingly, Twitter, their own stock crashed 18% because of one tweet. Their financial results being announced 1 hour earlier. So Twitter gives an excellent opportunity, which we want to leverage at CityFALCON. This is what our product looks like. So you can go now to cityfalcon.com. You don't need to pay us anything. There's no friction. You register only if you want to see tweets, and you can start using the platform. Just follow the red box. So you tell us what your portfolio is. So in this case, you know, Tesla, Google, you can add that, whatever. We'll give you everything from the first one is a tweet, and then you have stories from Bloomberg, from The Street, pretty much. We cover about 200 publications. You can filter this data based on your needs. Depending if you're a long-term investor, you're a short-term trader, you can do all of that. What we have is every tweet, every article, every URL has a CityFALCON score. Just like Cloud Score rates people, we rate financial information. And this is our IP. We can also tell you if people are saying similar stories in different words. We group all of that together. So you have a clean news feed all the time. If you're looking for ideas, where should I invest next? We can tell you what's trending. And you can, again, customize this based on your asset class or whatever your preference is. So what are we doing here? We're leveraging Twitter. We're using the crowd. So just like YouTube, Facebook, Google, they use the crowd to understand what's relevant based on what people like and share. We apply the same to financial news. And that's how we can make sense of financial data or financial big data better than most of our competitors. What you see on the platform is the top row, which is stocks, commodities, indices, foreign exchange. But we can give you more. We can tell you healthcare news in the US, IT news in India. We can tell you mergers and acquisition news. We can dissect the data the way you need it. This is just a quote from one of the users who is not related to me. And the whole thing is, and he communicates this really well, which is why I use this quote, it's about simplicity and ease of use. What is interesting is he compares us to a mobile phone application. He compares us to what he sees on Twitter. But obviously, this is free for retail consumers. In terms of the team, my last role was corporate strategy at Skype. I was really frustrated with this. Trading for 15 years. I quit my job, I learned how to code, and build the first version of the platform. After that, we scaled the team up. I've got a team of 13 people now. A lot of back-end developers, but also finance analysts. We've got angel investors who are really well connected. We have people from venture capital investing in their personal capacity, you know, people running hedge funds, hedge fund traders. So the right team to make sense of big data, to scale it up, and sell it to our customers. We just also graduated from Microsoft Ventures Accelerator, which, by the way, is a great program. if any of the startups are looking to get into. And of course, we're part of Level 39 and Innovate Finance. So it's been quite a journey. This started from my bedroom. I created the first version of the platform, raised £200,000, scaled the platform up. We're still in the beta phase, so you can see the product on the side, but we're still improving it. Our focus is going to be B2C marketing. We have 2,000 visitors to the site right now, monthly, and we're going to increase that to 10,000. We're building a mobile platform. We're also building enterprise-level API for access by pretty much anyone who needs fundamental financial news. So yeah, I mean, this is all muddled up, but 2016 is where we're looking at B2B and B2B2C opportunities. So we've done very limited marketing, absolutely no B2B marketing. What we've achieved till now is a lot of users already using our platform. We've got affiliate deals with 12 brokers in the UK. We've signed up 2 contracts, one with another Level 39 startup called Utilitex. So we are providing an energy solution. There's a press release out. You guys can check it out. We're also working with a global consulting firm which has 3,000 employees. And we are hoping to create that, convert that contract in a £20,000 a year contract. So we've got 2 deals there. We've got a decent interest from a lot of different players in the market who today struggle to get basic fundamental financial news at a reasonable cost and in a manner that they can easily deploy. Interesting thing is, all of this is inbound. So what we've seen is our customers coming to us and saying, we have a problem, we want to solve that problem, and here's the money. And this excites us as a startup. So, I mean, you might think, oh, but there's someone else already doing this, and what are the other things? But just to be clear, we are in the B2C space right now, where you have Bloomberg Reuters, who charge you a lot of money. You have Google Finance, Yahoo Finance, which is good, and I've been using it for a while, but it's not necessarily real time, and it's not catered to your needs. You have Twitter and StockTwits. Twitter are a partner, but there's a lot of information. How do you make sense of that information? So we want to work in this space. You can see there's a lot of competition in the buy side, sell side, which is not where we are at this point. But we believe this is a future opportunity for us, once we can make sense of the financial big data. Where are we today? We've raised 200,000 pounds. Google has given us some money. Microsoft has given us money. And we are now raising 900K. We are EIS pre-approved, so if anyone would like to invest, we've already raised 50K, and 50K is coming soon. So what are we trying to do? We're looking at this 17 billion market that we want to tap in, where Bloomberg and Reuters are the big players, and then the smaller players have 40%. So my ask to you guys is, next time when you look at financial news, think about a couple of things. Actually, 3 things. One is, who is that financial news from? It's not that all of the players are creating their own news. It comes from someone. Look at the quality of the feeds, and then see if it's relevant to you. So I just want to quickly give a demo of the product, of how it works. So you go into the site, you start typing what you want to add to your portfolio. It's a Google-like approach. There's no friction. And if it takes, okay. It's always tricky when I was doing the screencast. It seems much slower than it is. Yeah, so once you get onto the next page, it will start pulling in information from everywhere. Now this is sorted as top stories from the last one day. You see the Wall Street Journal, Taylor Swift article. You can go through the feeds. You can select what you want to see. We redirect you to their website. You can finish reading, and once you're done, you go back to the earlier page. Might quicken that a little bit. Yeah, and you can easily then change based on your needs. So you can say what is trending now. You can look at different filters within the platform. You can also see the graph, which you can easily click through and say what happened on a particular day over there. What was the relevant news? So you can see all of that quickly. I mean, there are other filters. You can basically decide if you want just news publications. We also have Tim Cook or Elon Musk tweeting. You will know about it. We have different languages. We have all of that. So just customize the platform the way you need to, and hopefully you will join us on this journey of democratizing access to financial news. Thank you.
Stay for questions. You've got 5 minutes. Questions for Ruzbeh?
Yeah, I'm Charlie Marston. It's probably an obvious question, but what's the revenue model?
Yes. So the idea is that currently we're giving it out free to consumers because they help us curate this information. And then we have our API with which you can access that information. So imagine this, right? You have tens of thousands of stories each day or for a particular security. The crowd helps us to bring that down to 100, 200. And that's of value to businesses. So we have a licensing fee model for businesses where you use our API. We've already got one deal signed up with that. We have an a revenue share model with fintech startups. So if you're an expert in the energy space, foreign exchange space, you can work with us where we give you the feeds, you create a level of curation on top of that, and you sell it to your customers. Yeah.
So my name's Matt Bence. I've got a quick question, which is how important is the retail side to your business? And the reason I ask is, I wonder how many retail investors really have the time to need minute-by-minute information and the time to sort of go through the stories and that sort of thing?
That's a very good question. So we were at a stand recently at a conference, and interestingly, the people who are most interested in this product were 50 plus. You know, you're looking at your pension, you have some money, you know, inflation is really high. Where do you put that money? In terms of, I agree with you in terms of you don't necessarily need real-time information at most times. So, you know, you want to know the top 10 stories that affected your portfolio at the end of the day or at the end of the week. But I can give you a couple of use cases. One was, I hold BlackBerry in my portfolio. A month back, it crashed 10%. I was in a meeting. Now, I didn't know what was going on. Should I buy more? Should I sell? What should I do? Right? The platform showed that Goldman Sachs had downgraded BlackBerry. I don't care about Goldman Sachs. I got back to work. Right? That's one use case. Another is I was holding Yahoo and suddenly it became volatile. And no one knew what was going on. Basically, Alibaba had announced pricing. So someone somewhere in the world figured out that Alibaba's market cap is going to be X, Yahoo is Y, you should be buying more Yahoo. So that was an opportunity. So what we want to get to is not necessarily you sitting in front of your screen, but if you tell us your portfolio, we can give you mobile notifications when there's a fundamental shift in anything that you're holding. That's the idea. Thanks.
Oh, well, we've got one more question at the front here.
Hi, my name's Sanjay Bandari. I was just asking about so you've got a relevance rating there. Is there any way to plug this into a retail trading platform so that you could trade immediately off the news without having to see that and then go and plug that in straight into it?
So our strategy there is, again, partnership. So if you want to create an algo trading, you want to do social media analytics, we look at you guys. We look at those startups as partners. We don't want to do it ourselves. We just want to focus on a clean news feed. But absolutely, you can use that. Another use case that we saw was there are a lot of news aggregators who get 5 different stories from Financial Times. Now, how do you know which one's more relevant, which one's more important? And we can tell you that with CityFALCON score. So it's also a big data play there.
Okay. Ruzbeh, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good. Very good.